Hi, I'm Debbie Dujanovic of KSL News Radio, and after KSL News Radio posted information about Lehi City and its E. coli outbreak in its irrigation system that residents use to water lawns and gardens, y'all had a lot of questions. And so I want to spend a few minutes here unpacking those questions and get you the answers that you've been looking for. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the warnings regarding watering your lawn with secondary water, which is also irrigation water. And I did say warnings because another city has posted information about the use of secondary water to its website. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to know if your city or your home is hooked to a secondary water system. I've compiled a list of different cities in 3 different counties in Utah that use secondary water. And I'm going to give you that list in just a moment. It's a partial list, but it'll give you some good information. I'm going to talk about Utah's love affair with secondary water and the risks of using secondary water to water lawns and gardens, like what's potentially in the water. First, I want to let you know we don't have any new information to suggest there's more than 12 cases of E. coli that have been reported to the health department out of the situation in Lehi. And remember, in Lehi, it was all tied back to the city's irrigation system. It's not the culinary water from inside homes. It is the sprinkling system and the drip system, the system that's used to water lawns and gardens outside. And in one case, KSL5 television reported there was a 3-year-old girl who'd run through the sprinklers and became so ill. She landed in the hospital for almost 2 weeks, and doctors are not sure if she'll ever fully recover to get her full kidney function back. It's that serious. Lehi is in Utah County. It is one of the fastest growing cities. Highland is also in Utah County, and on its website, it posted a stern reminder recently about the possible dangers of E. coli and the irrigation system. I think the city of Highland did a good job here outlining very specifically what residents need to be aware of. I think this could also apply to residents on secondary water systems in other cities. Culinary water, which means filtered water, treated water, should be used for children's play activities like kiddie pools, bounce houses, slip and slides, running through the sprinklers. They also say don't drink the water or allow pets to drink irrigation water. And when it comes to gardens, they say use your best judgment when using irrigation in your gardens and always thoroughly wash your hands, the fruits and veggies. And then there's this reminder that it's illegal to have any connection between irrigation and drinking water systems, as it could lead to cross-contamination. What surprised me the most in our coverage at KSL News Radio is that a lot of homeowners were not aware that their homes are hooked to secondary water systems. The person that you bought the home from should have disclosed this to you. So I'd go back through your seller disclosures and see if it's on there. They should have checked the box, yes. And they should have also disclosed if there were any sort of water quality issues with that water. If I were moving into an area, I would absolutely call City Hall. You can do what I did and surf the web. I've compiled a list of cities that are hooked to secondary water systems through looking at websites, but I like that human connection where you can actually ask a human being some questions about the system. Let's go over that list I put together just by surfing the web. And in Utah County, there's a significant number of cities that are using secondary water systems. We've already talked about Lehi, which is like the 14th fastest growing city in the entire state. Highland also has a secondary water system. Saratoga Springs on its website says it has secondary water. American Fork, another really fast growing city, and Pleasant Grove. Let's head to the county north of Salt Lake County, which is Davis County, and there's a ton of cities that are on secondary water systems. Bountiful, South Weber, Kaysville, Syracuse, Clinton, Layton. In Salt Lake County, it's areas like Harriman, Riverton, South Jordan, Bluffdale, and in some cases, only parts of the city, not all residents, are on secondary water systems. Now to Utah's love affair. I believe in large part it's because it's so cheap. It's a lot less expensive for residents to water their lawns with secondary water than it is to use culinary water. Why? There isn't the expense of treating and filtering the water. That's right. Secondary water is unfiltered and untreated. That means the gunk that is in the rivers and stream ends up on lawns and gardens, including human waste and animal waste, which brings us full circle back to the E. coli outbreak. That's why these extreme safety measures are so important, and awareness, if you're moving into the area, is equally important.